So, I think I have a problem. I have a real big problem. I like to actually see conflict. What's up, everybody? This is me, Crimson60620, and I am here with another video. And yes, this is actually just going to be me doing a simple rant because I like talking to you guys. Even though I like bringing up points and contradicting people in the video, I still just like talking to you guys. And this is actually going to be small. This is actually going to be brief. So allow me enough rope to, well, you know the rest of the phrase. So I have to do one thing. I have to address one problem. And I'm pretty sure that this is known about me. But I like being skeptical. I like asking questions with a little bit of conflict so people can actually test how they look at things, how they feel about things, and what their preconceived notions are. So, a little secret, and I think that it should be obvious by now. I have a Discord, and God, it sounds kind of like hamster on a wheelie thing. But I often ask questions in my Discord to stimulate a conversation. Conversation. And it's funny because not that I do it to kind of be an asshole. I don't need help being an asshole. I do it because I like to see how people think and what answers they have. And in a lot of cases, I like to see people showing their work. I like to actually have a community where people are arguing. Yeah, I just want to say arguing within reason. Not denigrating people. I may do a little poking and jabbing and just, I want to see people push how they feel about something, how they think about something, how they evaluate something. To see the errors in their ways of thinking, and if they don't have any errors, to reconfirm that they're thinking the right way. And I think this is actually missing in a lot of communities. But I think this is also missing on the left. I think that a lot of us get trapped down into they're just evil. They just hate us. They're not on our side. And whereas that can be true for some people believe that they're right. Unlike me, who's always right. And one time I thought I got something wrong, but I corrected myself and I was right actively. Most people don't get that joke of what I'm saying. But, and if you get it, points to you. But I want to actually see more and more of us actually knowing the reason why we do things other than just this thing bad. I want to actually see more and more of us actually evaluating our moral principles and not just because. And if that's your reason, cool. If you have a reason that is, just because I like it or just because I don't like it, that's as valid as anybody else's reason. I hate to be a moral subjectivist because most people use that incorrectly. But a lot of the stuff we hold as morals are subjective. But humans are creatures of subjectivity. There are things you can hold as objectively right and wrong. But, that's just your opinion, man. And that's not to be dismissive. It's just everybody's opinion. What I hold as objective is I don't like seeing people suffer. That's one of the things I hate, to see people suffer. Even those I have good reason to relish in their suffering. And it feels good to see people suffer that you don't like in that moment. But in the end, it just rings hollow. That's why I want people not to be sorry, but be better. 10 points if you get that reference. But I want to stop people from just having teams, just seeing who's on their side because they may agree on one thing. And this is not to give weight or credence or even validity to every argument, every idea, every point, every axiom out there. And there are people who are just trash. They're just trash. But there are also people who, no matter how trash or monstrous or abhorrent in their behavior, sometimes they speak fact. And the judgment of if someone's information, advice, perspective shouldn't just be directed towards if they're on your side or not, but if what they have holds criticism, valid criticism, even minute from the point that they're actually saying. One of the things that gets so many people trapped up with speaking their message is, well, this person is a bad person, so we shouldn't listen at all to them. One of the reasons why we see people on the right making headway with normies is because they give a half truth or a half point or give a correct diagnosis of things, but a monstrous resolution. It takes people, it takes you, it takes me to be able to discern. I'm giving an opinion, so I don't know if you should even listen to me. But I promise you, if you do, question everything. Be a skeptic. Question yourself. And that's extremely painful. What again, to reference this particular piece of media, nothing is more dangerous than a person that doesn't have any questions. I don't know exactly everything that I want to get out of this channel, but I do want to have skeptics. And not in the sense of, oh yeah, just question everything is conspiracy. One thing that people always get wrong, the Occam's razor, and saying, what's the most likely? No, it's the explanation that requires the least amount of assumptions is generally the correct one. In other words, it's not about, simple explanations, because simplicity is very often wrong, but it's about the amount of assumptions that you have to make this happen. And a little known, everybody knows Occam's razor, which I just pointed out, but also is Harlan's razor. Never attribute to malice what can easily be attributed to stupidity or ignorance, excuse me. Add along with that greed or fear. And I want more people to actually just, again, not taking quotes from some old dead guys, but to just look. And I will leave you guys with this opening rant. Have you met humans? I'm like, seriously, humans. The most wonderful, marvelous, horrifying beings that we know on this planet so far. We use logic and reason, not as actual tools to understand reality, but simple excuses to justify our behavior, beliefs, and actions post hoc. We live on a world that if it was any other elegant, ordered race that will classify this place as a death world. We took some of our most virulent hunters and turned them into pets. And we just justified away. Most of the people, well, it's something that need to be done. People justify horrific acts to say, well, if they were in my position, they'll do the same thing. Before you think that humans would just pick the most rational and common sense tactic, yeah, we have a principle, which if you're an alien out there, I have something that you should probably understand. If you think of ever conquering us, we have this thing called MAD, mutually assured destruction, where we will literally scorch the earth rather than surrender. And that's actually something that's terrifying, but it was a governing principle and still is. For most of our modern society, yeah. So when you're out there trying to reach out to other people, remember, you're talking to humans, us, and just this rational and smart and intelligent that you think that you are. One, there's someone more rational and intelligent than you, and someone that's less rational and intelligent as you. George Carlin said it best. Think of the dumbest person that you know and divide that by half. But anyway, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I have about 20 other videos that I need to record, and I'm only going to probably record one more. Anyway, guys, like, share, and subscribe, and thank you. I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.